Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Daryl.
So, hey guys, last time we talked, we did a video on tips to deal with chronic anxiety. So we discussed nutrition, herbs, lifestyle, meditation, mindset, a whole bunch of things you can do. But on top of that, we wanted to give you some techniques that you can do right now to completely bust through any anxiety. So whether you're feeling just a little bit anxious or whether you're feeling panicky or about to have a panic attack, these techniques are designed for you to help you now. And we're going to jump right in. The first thing I want to do is reframe panic and anxiety and say, look, if you're feeling panicky now, or if you feel panicky later, remember that that's just your body and your mind telling you something. It's telling you maybe that you don't feel safe or feeling that you're alone. There's a positive intention behind the panic. The panic is there to tell you something. And if you receive that message, then it's going to help you to feel not so bad about it, because it's really, really normal to panic when you feel out of control or when there's big, massive changes and you don't know how to navigate them. The brave person isn't the person that doesn't feel fear. The brave person is the person that navigates through the fear that they feel. Yeah. So by watching this video, we already know that you're a brave person because you've realized that you want some help with feeling better and you've found us. So thank you, and do these techniques and you're going to feel completely different by the end of it. So the first technique, I'm going to give you this technique that I've completely hoovered from someone else. So I'm going to credit him. His name's Kevin Alderson, and he wrote a book called Breathe, Freedom. And it's a great, great book if you want to stop smoking. You read this novel and it's got hypnotic language throughout a story that convinces you that you don't need to smoke anymore by the end of it. And at the end, he includes this technique that I'm going to share, and I'm going to credit him in the notes too. It's called BAM, and it's super quick, takes about 2 minutes, and it's going to reduce your anxiety or your feeling of panic very quickly. So I'll take you through those points now. The B in BAM stands for breathe. So you're going to rank the anxiety that you're feeling or the panic that you're feeling out of 10. If it's really, really bad, you might be a 10 out of 10. And that's just so you know that this has worked and that there's been a change. So do that now. Go ahead. Out of 10, how anxious or how panicky do you feel? And now breathe. Take a deep breath and hold that in. And then breathe out slowly. And then just keep doing it. Keep breathing in and holding it for as long as is comfortable. And then breathe out nice and slowly. And it's really important that the out breath is longer than the in breath, because that's going to initiate that relaxation response. So you just keep doing that. Keep breathing in, holding the breath, and then breathing out nice and slowly. So that's the breathe part of BAM. And I bet you're already starting to feel a little bit better just doing that. The A in BAM stands for affirmation. So I want you to think of how you want to feel or something that you want. It might be, I'm relaxing more and more. I'm beginning to feel relaxed. I am in control. I am safe. Whatever you want, pick something that matters to you right now. And as you continue to breathe, just keep that breathing going through the whole time. Say that affirmation in your head. Part 3. While we're saying the affirmation and while we're breathing, we're going to massage our hands. It gives us something to do. It feels nice. It's going to start to produce all those happy chemicals in your brain that make you feel good. Just massage all the way up each finger, one by one, lots of pressure there, and your thumb. And then once you've done that, massage your hand, all the little pads here, come a bit closer. And then with as much pressure as is comfortable, the palm of your hand. Then you swap hands and you're gonna massage all the way up, pinky, all the way up the next one, all the way up your middle finger, and just keep going. So this is BAM. Breathe, affirmation massage. And it's going to look a bit like this. I am safe. And in my head, as I continue to breathe, I'm saying to myself, I am safe, or I'm relaxing more and more with every moment, whatever affirmation you choose. And it's good to close your eyes if you can, and just really feel the feelings in your hand and your body as you say that. Now there's one more M, because BAM's spelled with 2 M's. And the last one is muscle relaxation, muscle contraction. So what we're going to do, and it's going to look really funny, so I'm going to just change the video a bit. So it's Casual Friday, by the way. That's why I'm wearing my t-shirt. It says New York, where I'm not going to be going anytime soon. And for the muscle one, we're going to tense and all the muscles in your body at the same time. Now, if you've got any injuries or anything like that, you're not going to tense those muscles. If you feel any pain at all, even a twinge, stop tensing. But as long as it's comfortable to do it, clench those muscles that you can. So it's a little, in the face, it's going to look a bit like this. You know, look nice and silly. And my arms and shoulders are going to look a bit like that. They're going to shake. And then you're going to kind of stick your legs out in front of you, maybe pull your feet towards you or point your feet out like that, whatever's comfortable. And you're going to try and tense all the muscles in your body at the same time. Now, I'll give you a clue. It's impossible to do that, but you're going to keep trying for about 20 seconds. So you'll notice, for example, that when you focus on tensing the muscles in your hands and your arms and your face, that you might have loosened the muscles in your buttocks or your legs. So then you'll start to tense those. And then you'll realize you're not clenching your chest or your stomach. So just keep your attention moving to wherever you're not tensing and tense that area with the goal of tensing every muscle in your body at the same time. Once we've done that, we're going to let go of all of it at once and just relax all at once in about 10 or 20 seconds. Don't push yourself, just do it as long as it's comfortable for you. And when you're finished, relax. The most important part is to notice the difference in how your muscles feel when you go from tense to relax. So let's give it a go so you know what we're doing. You ready? Let's do this together. And Cheryl, you can't see, but Cheryl's doing this with me now. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and tense. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax and notice the difference. How does your body feel there?
I'm so relaxed, and I must just say I'm glad the camera was pointing at you and not at me.
I know how I look, and I just want to do this for the camera so that you guys get comfortable with looking ridiculous while you do this. And then we're going to repeat that muscle tense and relax again. And I'm going to point the camera at Cheryl for this. Nah, don't worry. Are you ready for one more time? And we're just going to count in our heads, and whenever you're ready, you just relax and notice the difference. Relax, notice the difference. And then just rank out of 10 now. What's that level of anxiety? What's that level of panic? And I bet you it's reduced. And if it's reduced, but it's not reduced as much as you want, just repeat it. Just repeat it again. Keep going through BAM until it's gone. You can rewind the video so you can watch these instructions again. But in a nutshell, it's breathe, affirmation, massage your hand, then muscles, relaxation and contraction. BAM. I'll give you another couple of little ideas, and then I'm going to put you over to Cheryl. Vocalize it is another technique. I am anxious. I am scared. I am feeling panicky. Tell someone. Get a friend. If you've got someone in your bubble that can give you a hug, get them to give you a hug so that you feel safe. Focus on your breathing. So I already told you why breathing is good, but you literally cannot have a panic attack if you keep your breathing under control. So that one way to control it is to control in counts. You can breathe in for 3, hold it for 7, and then breathe out for 8. If you continually breathe in for 3, hold for 7, out for 8, and count it, it will distract you from your thoughts. You're focusing on the counting and the breathing. You will relax again. Another one is window breathing. So this is another way to look after your breath. And all this involves is drawing a window with your hand while you count and breathe. And this one I just do 4 seconds each way. How long is a second? However long you need. Just like totally ate my words there. 4 seconds can be 8 seconds. It's a count of 4, not 4 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, breathing in. And then you hold as you draw the top of the window. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out as you go down the side of the window. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the end, when you go along the bottom, you're actually going to hold your breath. So you've breathed out, but you're not breathing in yet for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 seconds should be as long as it's comfortable. Those 4 counts should be as long as it's comfortable. It might be they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or it might take 3 times as long. It doesn't matter. The point is that once you've breathed out and you stay with your breath out, or you've breathed in but you haven't breathed out yet, during all of those times you're building up carbon dioxide in your body. When you're panicking, you've got too much oxygen, and that's going to be harmful for your body, and it doesn't let you relax. But allowing that carbon dioxide to build up is what helps you to relax. That's the reason for the old-fashioned technique of breathing into a paper bag, which can also be helpful because you're rebreathing the same air and you're breathing in carbon dioxide. So there's another one. Cool. One last technique before I pass you on to Sheryl, and it's simply, if you're fit and able and well enough to, then run really fast on the spot for 30 seconds. Because when we're having a panic attack or we're feeling those feelings, there is a lot of adrenaline in our body, and our body is telling us we need to run or we need to fight. And it's all very well to say, okay, let's control that with our breathing, but our body still takes time to mop up the adrenaline. If we run on the spot really quickly for 30 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever, then your body actually uses that adrenaline and it gets it out your body, and it allows you to then relax more easily afterwards. And that's something you can do wherever you are. You know, if you're at work because you're an essential worker and you're stressed, go to the bathroom and run on the spot for 30 seconds. Likewise, if you can't run on the spot because maybe people will hear you, tensing and causing the shaking with the tensing and relaxing of the muscles, that's going to do it as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy using some of those techniques. I'm going to pass you on to Sheryl now because Cheryl's got some really cool, well, I'll let her explain to you about panic. What do you think, Sheryl?
Hi, thanks, Daryl. And look, I loved a lot of those breathing techniques because really at the end of the day, that's usually the first sign to the body. When your breathing changes, you know, that's an immediate trigger to your body that something is not right. Because let's face it, as humans, you know, we can survive without food for ages. Some of us longer. We can go a long time without food. Water, not so long. We're going to be in trouble if we don't drink. But oxygen, that one's pretty important, you know. So that is such an important thing. And let's face it, breathing's free. There's nothing complicated about breathing, but also realizing with these techniques that Daryl's shown us, just how effective it can be to try these different things to really help to deal with that panic in such a quick way. You know, because there is this order to panic, isn't there? It doesn't just, you know, especially something that you have experienced in the past, usually you will start to notice these sequences, the things that start to happen in this chain where you can start to feel that, okay, I'm starting to feel more anxious. And it's going to be things like, you know, your heart rate is going to start increasing. You will start to notice that shortness of breath. So it's really good to start to just be aware right now. This might be the first time that you're experiencing some of the emotions you're having with this really highly unusual set of circumstances we're in, which we've never really experienced before. So whether you're someone who has maybe a pattern of this and you already start to feel those triggers, or maybe if this is your first time and you've noticed, gosh, in the last few days, this is happening to me and I'm, really not sure about it. The good thing is you can just sort of sit back and observe and start to notice these changes, the kind of things you might experience as your heart, your breath. Start to be aware of that. Now, what I sort of use a lot with clients, with what I sort of experience, thinking about, okay, when I get to this state, then we might take certain actions, which in the case of my work is often eating, looking at how we might take an action that isn't desirable or isn't helpful for us. So what I really suggest is to look at changing state. Okay, so you're in this state right now that you're not liking, and what's really good, and a lot of the techniques that Daryl has just given us is exactly what this is going to do. What we want to do is create a bit of space between where you're at and maybe the action that could follow. And this is where, in this little space, if we can get it, what we want to try and do is change our state. It's so easy to do and very simple. What you can do is just quickly go to a different room when you start to feel this. Even you could even walk to another room while you might be doing that lovely breathing technique that Daryl showed us. So what you want to do is just get out of the room where you're at. Ideally, if you can, step outside. That would be your best scenario, especially on a lovely sunny day. Get outside, some nice fresh air in nature. One that I've got had clients do, that I do myself, if I want to eat something or just feeling uptight, having a shower. That's brilliant. It's giving you space. It's changing your temperature. It's easy, So that type of thing, changing your state, is a really nice follow-on from those breathing techniques, and just something that we can all do even now to start breaking up these patterns if you start to see them emerging.
Thanks, Cheryl. That's amazing. That we're on completely the same vibe there with my clients that have panic attacks. I work directly with people with panic disorder, for example, or having panic attacks, and what we're looking for is just a conscious knowledge that that is the state that they're moving into, and then looking at where we can interrupt the patterns. So first, notice the pattern. As you mentioned, the breathing might go really shallow and fast. The heart rate might increase. You might start to get sweaty palms, or might be a feeling in your stomach that starts it, like a tightness or a discomfort. But whatever the pattern is for you, it's important that you notice the pattern. And so start to be aware of it. Look out for changes in your breathing, or your heart rate increasing, or your palms starting to sweat. And when you notice, at the earliest chance possible, that's when you take action. So you don't wait till you're all wound up before you take action. But if you do, use the techniques, they're going to help. But if you can early on, do as Cheryl suggested, jump in the shower, go outside for a walk. If you can't do that, go into a different room. Now, what if you can't do any of those things because you're quite restricted? Well, I've got one more technique to share with you. It's really simple. It's a neuro-linguistic programming technique, and it's one just to quickly change the state there. So thinking about a time when you felt panicky, I want you to realize that you were playing a movie. You're playing a movie in your head, a mental movie. It might have been visual. It might have just been all about feelings. But in this movie, things were getting worse and worse, or you weren't going to be safe. And notice who's in that movie. Are the characters scary? Is the event scary in the movie? If it's scary, I want you to make it funny. So take that movie of whatever it is that you're panicking about. It could be getting sick. It could be losing your job. Whatever it is, make that movie funny. Put in cartoon characters. Put funny long noses on everyone, or Mickey Mouse ears. For me, I like to put in funny animals like monkeys, and then add a soundtrack to that mental movie. Put like an old-fashioned, like 1920 entertainer style music in the back, or the sound of someone that that has a hilarious laugh. Have them like laughing and snorting in the background. Whatever you do, make that movie funny. Then I want you to change the movie. So drain all the color out of it, or make it pink and sparkly with like glitter and unicorns. Whatever you do, you want to change the color of the movie. And once you've done that, of whatever the scary event is, I work a lot with people with fear of flying. So can you imagine them Imagine them imagining themselves flying while like everybody's got Mickey Mouse hats on and there's unicorns and glitter and sparkles and there's funny music playing. It's not sinister. It's not as sinister as the movie of the plane crashing. So first we change the movie by making it funny. Now I want you to make a new movie. Who do you want to be? How do you want to respond to the situation? Once you've completely changed the first movie, make a new movie of you being confident, of you coping, of you using your tools, of you breathing normally, and of you taking action where you need to take action. Because remember, sometimes anxiety is because you need to take action about something and you do what you got to do. And who are you in this new movie? The affirmations are going to help you. I am safe. I am calm. And just make a picture of that in your head. Because when you visualize yourself being a certain way, your body starts to respond physically. So that's the last technique that I have to leave you with. I'm not going to talk about herbs or supplements in that because again, we've done that in the previous movie of anxiety. So Sheryl, back to you before we go. Is there anything else you want to add before we leave the guys for today?
No, I think we've certainly given them enough. And yeah, I just really hope that everyone, especially those of you who are struggling, just know that, you know, we're here for you. And certainly that's why we really are wanting to get this content out. It is really hard at the moment, what we're going through, and it is unprecedented. So don't feel that it's in any way wrong that you feel this way or that there's something wrong with you. I mean, my goodness, none of us, we don't really have that framework to deal with this current situation. So just know that there is support and that hopefully this will not go on too long.
Well said, Sheryl. Okay, well, good to see you, Sheryl. Good to see you guys. And we're going to be back with more videos next week. So have a good one, everybody. Bye.